What's up, Rachel Legends? Welcome to the video. Hopefully it finds you all doing well out there. Send us some love, some positive vibes your way, especially if you need them out there today. Oh man, guys, two quick things. Number one, you may or may not have noticed, you probably don't care, but I'm giving my editor a well-deserved break the last few videos, so you're getting some raw ash. Did that come out right? No memes, because there's no editor. The second thing I want to mention, just for a couple days, he'll be back Monday. Look at my shirt, guys. I had it in my mind, right, that I was going to make some merch for the first time in 11 years on YouTube. I was going to make some merch for you guys, but I wanted to do it like super unorthodox, outside the box. So I have like one of my favorite Carl Sagan quotes on the bottom, and I have like my face removed from my face, but then there's like the outer space over here. And then I looked at it when it came in the mail, and I thought, what the hell was I thinking? Who in the world, including me, would ever wear a shirt like this other than here just to talk about it on the YouTube video? Anyway, I digress. Back to the point here, guys. Man, I made a video yesterday about Stock the Broken. I love that champion. We'll highlight him very briefly in today's video as well. Congratulations if you're finishing up that fusion. Let me know what you think of him. I think he's really good, really fun. Speaking of fun, Plarium knocked it out of the park with these balance changes. This last round, there's only two. We could definitely stand to have more than two, but man, they're both busted now. I am so excited for this video because I took the time to rebuild, kind of pull them out of the vault. Opardin Clanfather, a 2022 Fusion or Fragment Summon champion, in Gamuran. Now, you guys already know I made a video about Gamuran like 6 months ago, within the last few months, saying that I thought he was super underrated, a really gnarly secret weapon because he can put block revive on somebody who's already dead, and they made him so much better. Both of these champions, right? Gamuran specifically for, well, I was going to say for PvP, but really for PvE as well. Like now he's very unique, very weird still. He looks freaking weird, but he's really good now, right? And same thing with Opardin Clanfather. So let's quickly talk about the buffs and why they were game changers for these two champions. So Opardin Clanfather, they went in, they reworked all of his skills. He's so much better. It's insane. Man, that's why you gotta keep your hands. You never life token or destroy or sacrifice any champions, especially if they suck. Because as I've said a million times, the worse the champion is, the most likely that Plarium's actually gonna go in there and give them a much well-deserved buff, right? So anyway, Opardin Clanfather, a two-time hitter, they buffed this to 10%. So now each hit has a win book, 65% chance of decreasing target's turn meter, and a 65% chance of filling this champion's turn meter by 10%. Very good on that A1. I love that turn meter fill and depletion on the same ability. An AoE attack doesn't do much damage still, just FYI, but it's a great heal. 20% of this champion's HP, or 30% if they're under continuous heal, which they are very often when he's on the team. That's a big, beefy heal. We're talking like Wither the Crown type healing numbers out of this dude. On the A3, removes block buffs and heal reduction. This is very important, those two specific buffs. I generally don't like the remove like random debuffs. Let's remove all debuffs. But in this case, it makes a lot of sense. We're clearing the table perfectly for the continuous heals to go in and get their work in, right? Block buffs is going to prevent continuous heals from landing. Heal reduction is going to prevent continuous heals from healing, right? So we're removing those. We're putting two continuous heals and a block debuffs. That's 3 buffs on a 3-turn cooldown. That makes him, for anybody mid to end game who's able to pull it off, an amazing candidate for a 9-piece protection, right? 3 buffs on 1 cooldown, 15% extra damage. And it's on a 3-turn cooldown. It gets much better on the passive, but we're also 100% when booked, 75% when not. Chance of removing another debuff from all allies, right? So we get another random debuff on top of that. The 3 buffs, the block debuffs, is a game changer here. I love it. And then it all comes together on the paternal. Every time a continuous heal heals an ally, fills that ally's turn meter by 10%. This is huge with the new clan boss Chimera, right? I'm going to show you him against Chimera briefly too, just kind of demonstrate, because unlike other clan bosses in other areas of the game, the duration of a Chimera battle is based on the boss's turn count, not your team turn count. So that means, unlike Hydra, where, you know, even if you turn meter fill for days and days and days and have turn meter fillers all over the place on your team, you're still going to be limited by your turn count, right? But on Chimera, man, that's huge turn meter fill, and he's dishing out 2 of these bad boys on his A3 ability. All right, real quickly, these are the masteries that we're rocking. These are the old masteries that I had on him, but it still works on Opardin Clanfather. So let me push over. There they are, basically going all in on the healing here and War Master. Now, I will say on my build, just to critique it, I'm a little shy on the accuracy at 208, but we will mitigate that with some auras on our team. I have HP. I'm rocking perception gear, or protection, excuse me, gear here. So I'm using the best that I had available, which isn't the best. I didn't go ahead and mule it from other champions on my account. I have HP. Obviously, HP, speed, going to be the stat priorities on and more HP are going to be the stat priorities on Opardin Clanfather. HP, we have crit damage, not ideal. We really want HP, but that's all I had available for an amulet. So set over stat. Defense, but I get really nice HP trip roll there on the protection ring. I have speed. You can go HP if you want to on the boots. I do have HP ascension, but I'm not going to go all out right now. I want this to be kind of a realistic build. HP on the chest. HP, you guessed it, on the gauntlets. I don't even, you know what? I might as well glyph out at least the accuracy because we could definitely use it. Right there. Let's see what we get here. 4. Okay. It's going to make all the difference. And again, looking for HP percentage, a little bit of speed where I can find it on the substats. Okay, that's Opardin. Let's talk about Gamuran. Ooh, I love this dude. Total stats on Gamuran are going to be as such. Most importantly, we have speed and accuracy. Speed and accuracy are our stat priorities. We have him in a 4-piece stone skin and a 4-piece pinpoint, right? A lot of protection for Gamuran. We're going to be using him inside the arena, but we'll use him in some PvE as well. I do have accuracy on the banner. I have defense on the amulet. I have HP on the ring. I have speed on the boots. I have accuracy on the chest. And I have defense with more defense on the gauntlets. I would rather have HP than defense, but, you know, we're using what we have here, okay? I didn't change his masteries. This is where I was already rocking here. And we go down, pick up Eagle Eye for more accuracy. So what did they change on Gamuran? Block active skills on his A1, great for neutralizing mythical champions in the arena. Each hit has a 50% chance. That didn't change, I don't think. I think that was the same. Maybe they upped the chances a little bit. Either way, it's a great A1 ability for controlling mythicals. A Thief of Blood in AoE, or controlling anybody for that matter, right? Thief of Blood, man, what a buff. What a buff to this ability. An AoE attack, 100% chance when booked on the 3-turn cooldown, stealing all buffs from each enemy. But then it gets so much better. After we steal all their buffs, we apply a buff spread effect, taking all buffs from this champion and placing them on everybody. Oh, that's gorgeous. Dread Invocation, I'm not going to read it to you guys. We can place True Fear for 2 turns on an alive target, or a Block Revive on a dead target. On the passive, they added this: revives a random ally with 30% HP, 30% turn meter each time a Block Revive is placed on an enemy. Ooh, revives a random ally with 30% HP, 30% turn meter each time an enemy is killed. So now he's a much more capable reviver. This is on a 1-turn cooldown. Ooh, that's really nasty. And you can also put him with another block revive like a Queen Ava or a Nithwi Blood Twin, whoever you're using, a Mezamel, and it's still going to proc the block revive even if it's not his block revive. Really nasty with that buff spread. Ooh, he's a threat to be reckoned with. All right, enough talking about these damn champions. Let's see him in action. I want to start out right in the arena with Gamuran. I'm talking about Gamuran. I want to use Gamuran. Let's go against this first team that we see here. We see Opardin. We put Opardin on the team too. Why not? Honestly, he's never been an arena champion. Far from it. But it's kind of a little, it's a mini Pythion type move here that he has on his A3. And he's in the protection. He has the heals. Why not? The turn meter fill. Turn meter fill makes him in like Chimera, if you don't need a reviver, even better than a Pythion, for example, who's one of the best champions out there. In the arena, I'd still go with Pythion, but let's just go ahead and combo them together and see what they can do. Do you guys have both of these champions? Do you have either of these champions? Do any of you guys have none of these champions? Let me know. All right, so here it goes, guys. Here it goes. So we have Gamuran. He's up. He's Johnny, ready to steal everything. Boom! Oh, look at my team. We went from like super behind, not looking good, to everybody just stole all their buffs. we did get a resist on Mithrala, as you guys can see, but that is powerful. That is powerful. Okay, we can we could potentially True Fear for 2 turns. You know what? Let's do it. I was going to say, because they have a reviver, we could just wait and block revive and then revive somebody on my team if I need to. Now, unfortunately for Opardin Clanfather, we'd really like some sort of protection on him, right? So he can cleanse the rest of the team, because we'd love a cleanse on Taurus. But anyway, let's go in and True Fear. I guess they're Nuker and Razovarg. I guess they're using Razovarg as a nuker here. Let's go ahead and support with some heals on everybody but Taurus. And we have the continuous heal from UDK, which is also going to be proccing turn meter fill from Opardin Clanfather's passive, which is really cool as well. So you can combo him with a champion like that. All right, they're going to speed up. They're going to do their thing. They're going to eventually nuke us, maybe sort of. We're going to come in here, block debuffs, going to be very powerful. Going to get the continuous heals on everybody. And now we're going to get that turn meter increase from the passive. Beautiful. It's a very slow team compared to a team like this. Hey, we already have the A2 back. Boom. Let's steal it all. Spread it all. Ooh, so good with a Taurus, right? Because look at all his buffs. It's going to be an easy one-shot no matter what. Even with Arbiter doing her thing. Boom, boom, deado. Oh, Mithrala. But look at that, guys. We get the, this is beautiful, huh? This is beautiful. All right, let's target a deado here. You know what? We can neutral. They don't have a, yeah, let's just do it anyway, right? Let's do it anyway. The damage from that A2, by the way, is pretty negligible. Keep that in mind. Man, we'll do another arena battles for the heck of it here, but I feel like you saw everything there is to see, at least on Gamuran, on how powerful he is. The 2 Thief Bloods on that A2, that's super powerful. How many buffs? What, Taurus? Taurus? This is where I missed my editor. That could have been way funnier than it was. Man, that was bonkers. Buff spreaders, at the time of release, he was the only one in the game. Buff spread raid. He was the only one in the game. I think he still is, right? Who else has a buff spread in Raid Shadow Legends? Let's go against this squad here, right? I think he's still the only one. Okay, so, hey, in this situation, we could block active skills, try to neutralize one of their nukers, but they do have a cleanser on the team in Mithrala, so block active skills would just be cleansed away anyway, in which case, let's try to steal the stone skin. No, I don't want to be an idiot. Let's just A1. Let's just A1 and wait till all the buffs are up first. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. They do have plenty of debuffs. They have no buff remover, so let's come in here and get some protect. Even if they did, everything's protected. So we have protected continuous heals now from Opardin Clanfather. We're going to get turn meter fill. You guys know the drill at this point. Boom, go in there, smack down once. That's cool. Come back in here. Man, I still want to wait. I didn't see what Mithrala did in her first turn, but let's put the block active skills on Trunda for a moment here. Let's come in with the A2. Get a nice heal, not that we need it. Now that they have the buffs up, though, we still have 50-50 to steal Stone Skin as well. But now that they have the buffs up, we can safely go in here and steal. There's some protection on there, but steal what we can, right? Let's go and see if we can take out Duchess, which we do with ease. Let's just put it on auto here. And you can see block revive. So block revive is so powerful right now with you-know-who, Mithrala, and so many revivers in the game, right? I feel like, heck, half the nukers in the game, Lazarus, Odin, have revive now, right? I went against a team the other day that like everybody was revivers, and they weren't really all revivers. They had Odin and Lazarus and like a traditional reviver, and I'm like, wow, I'm going against 4 and a Marishka, right? Did I say Mithrala earlier? I meant Marishka. It feels like there's so many revivers. Now we're blocking all these revives, right? And the beautiful thing is we're reviving with Gamuran. We don't have a reviver, but we've revived like 4 times already in 2 arena battles, right? Ooh, that's nasty. That's a nasty little team right there, right? Just tanky and just chill, let Taurus do his thing with all those buffs that we're stealing, right? That's really cool. You could put you could put an Eric's in there. Just kind of a tankier unit to be your nuker if you don't have Taurus. All right, let's go into a dungeon here. Ice Golem, hard 10. I told you I had to play a little bit more stock. I'm going to call him Stonk. I don't know why, but I always want to call him Stonk. Stock the Broken. I love this dude. He has more continuous heals as well. Senna as well. Amberheart. Continuous heals are making a big comeback here. Now, my man here has continuous heal at instant activation. So we do kind of have to be careful there, because if they're instantly activated, all continuous heals on all our allies, then we won't get the turn meter fill as well from the passive there of Opardin. Anyway, I digress. Let's go in. All right, so here we go, guys. So Seer is just gonna take care of this first wave, easy peasy. But instead of putting a reset champion like a Chimera or whatever on the second wave, I figured we let things marinate a little bit and just enjoy this team on this second wave, take a little bit longer, but see what everybody has to offer here. Primarily all the support on this team, it's bonkers, right? Now, to be very, very careful, because Seer's still going to remove protected buffs, even with the protection sets, obviously. To be very careful on a team like this, we could obviously go in and look at all those debuffs, man, too. We could obviously go in and not have Karma Burn activate all against the Ice Golem. But the cool thing is Gamuran, as we were saying, you know, it might seem at first glance like he's an arena specialist, but truthfully, this dude is a great against any boss that has minions, right? We can block revive against the 2 Ice Golem minions. That's going to prevent the 100% ignore defense. Where is the ignore defense passive? Is it this one? Nope. Is it this one? Nope. Is it this one? Nope. Is it this one? Is it the first one? Yes. But this attack will ignore 50% of each enemy's defense for each alive ally, the 2 guards, his allies, the Ice Golems. But he's not going to get any alive allies because we're going to hopefully block revive. Didn't happen there. He was too quick we were too much on the damage, I was going to say. We're too fast on the damage here. But let's keep it going. The good thing is this team can take a hit or two. There's a lot of healing, thanks Opardin, and there's a lot of support, a stock too, right? So here we go. Block debuffs obviously helps tremendously. Opardin Clanfather, man, we haven't talked about him enough here, but a lot of what he's going to be providing your teams, it's just not going to show up on the stat sheet. Obviously, the heals are going to be super impressive, but all those debuffs, the block revive you saw on that left guard, that means the most we can incur right here on this next hit, the big swing, is going to be a 50% ignore defense, not 100% ignore defense, and we've all been on the other side of the Ice Golem when he has those big, big swings, and it wipes our entire team just when we thought the battle was over. Seer died here. That's cool. Seer can die. She's cool. Let's go in and finish off this Ice Golem. What do you say, guys? If Seer dies, it's kind of a gift and a curse, too. You're just like, okay, at least I won't wipe my team out. Oh, we put a block revive on the other minion just to bring Seer back. Gamuran's like, oh, yeah? Yeah, if you think she's dead, Ash? You think she's dead? I'll take care of her. Boom, there she goes. All right, man, this is a fun. Both these champions, they nailed it. They nailed it on these buffs, man. Check out those heals. 1.8 million on the heals. Gamuran with a 1.2 million. Oh, my word. Provoke boots. Defense with speed. Legendary. You know what? These are the things that I don't know about if you're anything like me, guys, but like sometimes artifacts like this one, right? I'm like, maybe I'll use that someday, you know? Yeah, I could use those someday. And you're like, dude, you're never going to use those. They're just going to sit and clog up your inventory for years and years. And then someday, in 3 years, I'll be like, why did I keep those boots again? You know? All right, let's go to Clan Boss, Chimera. I did my first, pay to win warning here. I did my first full auto team, and it went pretty well, but like nowhere near what I know this team can do. But I just full autoed it just to see what I could do. So anyway, been experimenting. What about you guys, right? And I would run these champions on Hydra, but I've already used all my keys. I missed a Hydra key. Sorry, clan. Like a month ago. My first one in a long time. And I feel really, really bad about it. So now I'm trying to get them in like the first 2 days. Anyway, I digress. Let's go back to what am I even doing? See what happens when I don't have an editor, guys? I get kind of Off track. So anyway, you guys, back to the point here. Sorry, Chimera. This is the team that I have set up for us. We got Skeletor, we got Arbiter, we have Ninja, although it's not a great for the affinity change, but that's why we have Arbiter to revive, just in case we need it. With Opardin, the same thing goes. But a team like this, we only really have 1 DPS, but we're going to be able to easily 1 key here with this team. We're on Brutal, by the way, difficulty here. I forgot to mention that. But I think I just want to, again, draw your attention to the magic of Opardin Clanfather, right? Skeletor is pretty good because he can land 2 essential debuffs, and he really helps with the accuracy on this team. But Opardin, he's great now. Again, I don't give enough credit, or I don't give any credit usually to the Balance team. I'm always asking for more. I'm always demanding more of Plarium, more champions, even when they get it right? But I don't really pause that often to compliment what they do with these champions. They took 2 champions in Gamuran and Opardin Clanfather who are fairly niche at best, bad at worst, and they made them very viable, especially for the new content in Opardin Clanfather. Opardin Clanfather, you can see here, he's going to do a hell of a job blocking debuffs, keeping the team alive, having a buff extender. We don't have one on this team, but like a Mikage or something like that. Any buff extender that you have would do really well with him on Chimera, because that's going to allow that continuous heal to stay up there almost all the time, especially if it's protected. And that's going to allow the turn meter fill from that passive to keep going off the entire battle. You're going to get a lot of turns in compared to the Chimera turn count, right? Which is going to be great. But yeah, they did a great job with him, right? He's going to be just like top tier for Chimera support, right? And heals. And he's going to be great everywhere else, right? But they really fit him to suit the new content in addition to that, which is really great with that passive and that really, really improved A3 ability. So you can see this team's not going to go anywhere. And even if they do, we have a reviver, and we have 1.1 revivers on the team. Ugo's a 0.1 reviver. So again, having this many magic affinity, less than ideal here, but still, we're going to be just fine. We only really have 1 DPS with Ninja on the team, but Ninja's Ninja, right? He's really good. I just want to see really quickly here how we do with duel. So Opardin actually got the duel there. That's why we have the reviver on the team. So we'll be able to go in there and pick him right back up, right? Gotta be careful with the dual targets. We have to go in there and really tune this team up. But let's see. What can we get back to that revive? I want to make sure there's not a giant bust here before I go in. Okay, we get the revive, extra turn, and then Opardin hopefully is going to come in here after this stun. And ooh. Man, this ram form is just nutso, huh? He's like, no joke. The Skeletor comes in, really saves us with the decreased speed and the decreased attack, most importantly. Let's see if Opardin can go in there and get some heals. Does he have the A3 of... Oh, see how clutch that is? See how clutch that is? See all those boost turn meters as well? So a nice recovery. And man, all it takes is his A3 or his A2. He still has that big heal on the A2 as well. Gonna be able to keep your team alive as Ninja dies. Guys, listen. They did a great job with these buffs. I've said it enough. Hopefully you have these guys. Let me know if you have both of them, either of them, in the comments below. All right, we changed forms. We're good again. We're good again. But man, I think they did a great job with these guys. Let me know if you agree, and if you're using either of these champions yet. Let me know where, and if you agree or disagree with my assessment in the comments below. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.